Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. We've got some actual breaking news here when it comes to the NHS FDP 400 million 80-pound contract that is set to possibly be announced later in September. The big news is that NHS England is essentially acknowledging Palantir and will be making public communication plans around the federated data platform, which Palantir has obviously been the front runner with actual metrics approved. They've been doing some good work, and of course, contracts they've been winning. But still tell that to the propaganda machines, of course, that have been ramping up in my own X feed. But let's go deep diver into what exactly their plan is, and if it is actually good or bad for Palantir in my own opinion. So we open up that Dr. Nicola Byrne got a plan from NHS England. So to be clear, she is not part of the NHS. She actually works for the National Data Guardian, which is a UK government entity that does exactly what the name says. They focus on ensuring the protection and safeguards of personal confidential health data. She states the plan is to bring transparency about the intent and progress of the federated data platform while also working with other bodies like the Professional Record Standards Body, so more orgs basically to do an engagement project which they describe as going to make sure that it's going to be essentially transparent to the public, but they want to make sure that they know that patient data is being safe at the end of the day. So what's the actual plan? Well, they want to bring awareness, understanding, and support. So that PSRB body is going to work with healthcare and social care professionals, as well as patient representative groups, to try to co-design the FDP while also building up that awareness, understanding, and support that we mentioned for the program. Basically, it sounds like they want more people to feel included and get a piece of the action, honestly. Now, I do like how Dr. Byrne acknowledges that the FDP could be transformative for the NHS, so she's definitely not tearing it down, but of course goes with the safety aspect considering the reputation of Palantir and the quote-unquote negative attention it does receive, even though I believe a lot of this FUD is so blatant for a political purpose. But either way, she's just not calling Palantir bad, which is good. Now, she still acknowledges this plan has to come off as authentic with communication, their engagement, and transparency in order to be actually effective. And to be fair, to the taxpayers, of course, they have a right to know, but it just gets clouded with everyone wanting to put their hand in the pot. And then we close out here that they're going to be focusing their efforts on showing the benefits to patients, the integrity of the decision-making process, and of course, credible assurances about the relationship with future suppliers. So not saying that Palantir is going to win for sure. Basically, she wants to make it clear the NHS will continue to own the data and protect it while Palantir allows it to flow through it without actually owning it. Obviously, as shareholders, we already knew this last point, but it keeps getting muddled up with all the propaganda saying that Peter Thiel, Donald Trump backing spy company is going to steal it when we all know that's not true. So my initial reaction to all of this is that this is good news to at least legitimize Palantir and its usage in the NHS and put out positive PR or plans to do that for the relationship while finally acknowledging all this negativity that's happening literally for no real valid reasons here. Now, what I also like is that they acknowledge Palantir and understand why it may draw attention, but the whole thing is about really fixing the image of the NHS's relationship with whoever, which I say in air quotes, wins the FDP contract. Now, does this mean Palantir will win the contract for sure without any delays in September? I don't know. This sounds like more work and opportunities for someone else to come in and give a reason to delay the process or at least officially awarding the contract. More bureaucracy is being added, which I think can be necessary for certain things like the image purposes. Like, hey, we have someone from the outside of the NHS helping to make sure patients and healthcare workers can play a part. I think that's actually important. But there's definitely going to be more slowdown, though, because of it. Now, the overall plan of having an engagement with the public now, instead of just getting ran over in the media by the FUD, is good. And when they actually reveal more benefits of using Palantir, that should really sway the public. And this all makes sense why it's so late, in my opinion, into the books. For a fair procurement process, people think you're supposed to do a bunch of public PR, but no, you're actually not supposed to. You shouldn't be doing debates or engaging in this public opinion, swaying behavior, because the product and pricing should speak for itself in a fair process. Well, as much fair as you can be. That's why the UK consortium, who clearly missed deadlines and was never going to actually succeed, they were literally just doing it for a PR stunt to get their names out there and try to get some press around the FDP controversies. Plus, the bonus from all this is that normal everyday people who don't pay attention to this closely or have no idea about it actually happening in the UK around their NHS system, adopting this FDP platform, can actually learn about potential improvements from Palantir and the good work they've already been doing in speeding up cancer appointments and clearing backlogs. But we shall see. I'm honestly happy with this news showing some progress, and it truly does feel like it points to Palantir a little more, considering they want to engage the public now. But what are your thoughts on all this? Do you think this is a good idea? Let me know below, and I appreciate you all for watching alongside my channel members, and I'll see you in the next video.